Hey everybody. Welcome in, welcome in. It's late. It's a Saturday night. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Going live on a Saturday night. Was not planning on doing this live at this time, but here I am. And I have just something on my heart that I want to share with y'all. And I'm like, what? No better time than the present. So I don't even know if that many people are going to show up for my live today, but that's okay. And almost happy that I did it at this time because I can kind of just express myself. Hope y'all are doing well. Okay. My name is Neema, and this is Here is Neema, where we talk about all things fashion, beauty, lifestyle, feminine essence, feminine energy, self-love, and development. So welcome in, welcome in. And if you're watching on the replay, welcome. Make sure to like and subscribe. This video is probably not going to be a long one, guys. Literally just stop wishing for it. Stop waiting for the life that you want, for the thing that you want, and just freaking do it. Just do it like Nike. Okay? This has been such a revelation for me this year. I feel like ever since I was in high school, I have had so many things that I have been wishing for and waiting for and continuing to wish for and wait for. At one point, I really just wanted to turn 16. I just thought that, when I turned 16, like my life was just gonna transform into something else. And, when that didn't happen and I was like, okay, I turned 16, I was looking forward to the next thing, college. Okay, like if I could just like go off to college, like my life will just transform, right? If I could just, whenever I get my first boyfriend or whenever I, have meet the guy, right? And like we're dating for X amount of time and then things progress and I finally get to be engaged. Then, or get married or whatever the case, then, that's something like I'm waiting for. Like I'm just sitting here, I'm waiting, I'm trying to sift through all the crazy dudes and I'm waiting for that, right? Waiting to make more money, waiting to get the job, waiting for the business to pop off and like for you to have the money and to go on these vacations, right? To do all of these different things, waiting, to get to that dream body so that you can wear the things that you want to wear, so that you can finally feel okay in a bikini on the beach. And it's funny because I literally, for the thumbnail in this video, I put a picture of myself in a swimsuit. And I ain't got no perfect body, but it's perfect for me right now. Does everything I need her to do. Thank you very much. But it's just like, I feel like my entire life I've been waiting for something. I've been working towards something, and it's like it never ends. And I feel like at this point in my life, and I was talking with my best friend about this, we were talking and agreeing with each other that I'm just tired. I'm tired of waiting to do things. And there have been moments in my life where I have just done it. Like, instead of like waiting and wishing and trying to prepare and like taking a million years to do that, right? Like to prepare and to get ready for it and, just continuing to wish for it and continuing to wish for it and continuing to like blah, blah, blah. I just like did the thing, I was like, I'm going to do it. I decided. I made the decision and I did it. And I think back to those times and I feel like that's the energy that I want to have this year. But not just this year, but just in general in my life. Like, I don't think anything is really that hard, I feel like in our minds, it's really, our mental really holds us back from a lot of things. We kind of build things up to be harder than they are, right? That we have to take so many steps and there's so many processes to get to this thing, right? A lot of the times we put obstacles in our way on purpose so that we now have excuses, right? To why we aren't reaching that goal or why we haven't reached that goal yet. And I feel like that is something I want to eliminate from my life. I can see in the areas in my life where I've been doing this. And again, I think back to those times where I decided I'm going to lose the weight. And I did what had to be done. And guess what happened? I lost the weight. When I decided, you know, I'm going to college and I'm going to graduate after 4 years. Only 4 years. I'm not taking longer than that. It's got to be within 4 years. That's all I'm paying for. And I did it. Like, that was what I wanted to do. I set out to do it, and I did it. I'm going to go to Korea. I want to go abroad. I want to teach. I want to just go abroad and live abroad and work abroad. That was my initial goal, by the way. I never actually set out to go to Korea. I just wanted to live abroad. I wanted to have that experience because I never got a chance to study abroad. I set out, and I did it. And am I here to say like it was easy? No. In every single one of those instances, there were obstacles. There were things that I had to overcome, feelings of just doubt and uncertainty. But I was clear, and I had made it simple enough that I have this desire. I'm going to figure out what I need to do in order to fulfill this desire, and I'm going to do it. And guess what? I'm not going to stop until I get this desire. I had so many, I will say I'm not going to say so many, but I'm going to say I had several interviews with different schools in Korea. I had a job I was really excited about. I really was happy about. I had accepted the position, but I wasn't able to go for like another couple of weeks. And that job literally fell right out from under me. They had found another teacher who could start like immediately. So, you know, somebody that was like already in the country, and I was still stateside when I had accepted that job. So, you know, I was so hurt by that. I just remember like, oh my God, like I told everybody I'm leaving, you know, and now I don't have a job anymore. So like I have to keep on interviewing, and you know, it took like a couple more months, but I did it. I kept going until I achieved what I wanted. And I feel like that is really what it takes to achieve any goal, any dream that you have. Keep going until you get it. Like, it really is so simple. That doesn't mean it's easy, but it's simple. You have the desire. You identify the desire. Just keep going until you get it. It's really that simple, right? You're trying to lose weight. I've lost, you know, the most amount of weight that I'd lost was when I was 18, 19 years old. And I lost close to 40 pounds. 30 something pounds. And I remember just feeling so like unsatisfied with my weight and the way that my body looked, and just my overall just kind of feeling about how I looked at that time, and just like not being satisfied, not feeling like I was looking my best. And that I saw myself one way in my mind, and it wasn't showing up on the outside. Like, I did not see myself on the outside the way that I looked in my mind on the inside, right? I wanted them to match, you know? And I just literally had that moment of like, it's happening. Like, I'm losing the weight. I decided I was going to lose the weight. And every single time, you know, there was an opportunity to eat out, or there was food around, or there was, you know, any of that stuff, like, I was not interested. My desire to lose the weight outweighed all that other stuff. I wasn't drinking at that time, but like, fast forward to now, where I did definitely enjoy me a glass of wine, and definitely enjoy me, you know, an adult beverage. I am starting to feel that same desire of just like I'm really not interested. Like, I'm not interested in the sweets, the food, the drinks, if it's not in alignment with my goal for that week, and that is gonna, or for that time, that is going to get me to my greater goal of, reaching this health and wellness fitness goal that I have for myself. So, but back then, like, I could go through the fast food line and everybody could order something and I would be like, I'm good. You know, I was so disciplined and I lost the weight. And it was time and time again. I went to the gym when I didn't feel like it. I was drinking water and I was just I did all the right things. I didn't go on any special diet. I didn't take any special supplement. Like, I just did the simple things that we know are tried and true ways to lose weight, and I lost the weight. And like, yeah, I did gain it back, but like, I lost it to begin with. And that, thinking back to that time, it always motivates me and lets me know that like, I literally can do it again. I can do anything. Like, I can do anything. All it is identifying the desire, figuring out how do I make this happen, and just do it. Just do it. Stop wishing, stop waiting around, right? Like, if your desire is to move, figure it out. Start applying to jobs like in that area, like start looking at apartments, set a date, make it happen. Start packing up your stuff. Like, get the moving boxes. Start packing things up. Like, start doing the things that you need to do to get to where you want to go, where you've decided you're going to go. Just start. Just do it. Stop making excuses. Stop wishing. Stop waiting for the right time. There is no right time. There's literally no right time for anything. Just do it. And even in your personal relationships, you could have a friend where you're like, you've been feeling, less of a connection to this person. Maybe you're not as close as you used to be. Maybe you're growing apart and the friendship's kind of just like hanging on a string. Like, it's like hanging on by a thread, I should say. And, you feel like you need to, maybe you do need to cut that person off, or maybe you just need to kind of let that friendship go. Stop putting so much into it. But for some reason you can't. Like, you just feel like you're holding on. You don't want to let go. And maybe that is something that you need to just do. Like, maybe that is a thought that you've continued to have is, oh, I know that this person is not really the greatest friend for me to have, but, I'm keeping them in my life because of XYZ and ABC reason. And yeah, like, it's kind of like making me feel bad. It's making me feel, depressed every time I'm in their presence. I don't feel uplifted. I don't feel, positive vibes. I feel like they're bringing me down. But maybe for whatever reason you feel like you can't let that friendship go, or whatever relationship it is, whether it's family, friends, even a relationship that's bringing you down. That person doesn't treat you the way that you want to be treated, and you're hanging on because maybe you've just been doing that for so long, right? You've been with that person for X amount of years. You've been friends with that person since you guys were in kindergarten. But that it's not beneficial for you right now. It's holding you back. It's bringing you down. And you're not actively taking that step to say, I have to let this go. Like, I have to stop this. That could be the thing for you. I've definitely been through that. I know exactly how that feels. And, it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing, whether it's family, relationships, friends. It's hard. It's hard, but you have to be able to put yourself first. That's what it means to have self-love. Self-love is like, it's really simple to understand what self-love is, right? Actually putting it to practice, it's more than just a manicure, honey. It's more than just getting a facial or getting your hair and nails done, hun. Getting a massage, that's not self-love. Self-love is putting your own needs, your own, what's gonna benefit you the most, and putting that first and at the forefront, at every decision that you make in your life. And yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on that. I'm bringing this into the new year. I've been doing this even in the previous year. It's kind of just been a progression. And there's so many things, right? There's so many things that tend to hold us back from the things that we want. Mostly our mentality and our subconscious mind, beliefs that we have, that we may not even be aware are holding us back. And the best way to resolve that, I found, is inner work, and becoming more self-aware and becoming more intuitive and working from that plane. Not everything is as straightforward as we would like it to be. But at the end of the day, you have the answers inside of you. You know what it is that you want. I'll tell you guys a secret. I have never, I have my bachelor's degree. Yes, I went to school, got my degree and all that, but I do not like school. Yes, I do teach, but I do not like school. I love to learn. I don't like school. I don't want to pay for school. I don't want to take tests. I don't want to study. I don't want that. I don't want to do that anymore. I could probably see myself taking a class for fun, but I don't want that pressure of I need to pass and I need to get the grades so that I can graduate, so that I can blah 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 blah. No. I have never had a desire to go back to school, but I do have a desire to make more money, and to make more money doing different things. And one thing a thought that came to mind, or a thought that I had recently, because I was presented with an opportunity recently to go for my master's degree in a certain area, not sort of kind of related to what I'm doing now, but not teaching, different area, not a master's in teaching. I wouldn't do a master's in teaching. I don't feel like it's worth it. But in this particular opportunity, I was considering, because it was a really great offer. It was gonna be a situation where I could have gotten in a lot easier than any other program in that field, because I would have, if I did apply, I would have been getting in at a good time where I didn't need a GRE score, and I could have just gotten my letters of recommendation together, written my essay, paid my application fee, and gotten the grants and all of those things. But the program, when I weighed the pros and cons, and I realized that the program was going to take 3 years, how much it was still going to cost, even after all of the grants, and the fact that, I didn't have to study for the GRE, maybe, most of my classes would be online and XYZ. There were so many pros. And then after, of course, you complete the program, then, you're able to kind of work in this new career field. I would pretty much double my salary, but my current salary, I should say. But I thought to myself, honestly, what is the true desire here? What is the true desire? And I had to go deep down, and I had to really think to myself, because I was just so clouded by all of the things that I kind of grew up all learning, and hearing, my whole life, and my parents are very educated. Education has been a huge focus in my family, and even in the Kenyan community, here in the US especially, education is very, very important. We're pushed, all of us were really, really encouraged, we're really pushed to go get our master's degree, and then go get our doctorate, and go get as many degrees as you can. Graduation parties are a huge deal. Education is just really, really important in my family, and culturally, I would say. But for me, school was just not, like, I would have done it because I felt like that was what I should have done, or like that was like the right thing for me to do. That I was, you know, I felt like, you know, me getting a master's degree, it kind of brought me back to my childhood and made me feel like, okay, like, I'm gonna get praise. I'm gonna get like all this praise and all these brownie points from all of these people because I got my master's degree just like everybody wanted me to. Not for the reason, not for the right reasons, basically. Like, I would have been getting, I would have, even me considering getting this master's degree was me thinking to myself, like, yeah, I want to make more money, but then I also am like wanting to please my family and wanting to please like these people that like don't even really matter. They're just like there. I don't know. Like on Facebook so that I can post my pictures and everybody can like congratulate me in the comments. Like, that's not a good enough reason to go through getting a master's degree. And yes, I could have done it. I could have even at least applied and seen what would have happened, but even that process was going to be a lot. Like, I really wanted to really truly consider it and really weigh the pros and cons. And I realized when I was weighing the pros and cons that I truly do not want to get my master's degree. Like, I considered it and I realized that the reason why I even considered it was to get like that kind of, those accolades and that like praise and that I'm trying to think of the word and it's like not coming, but I'm like, it's right there on the tip of my tongue. But I guess that like acknowledgement, right, from the like my friends, family, community. And yes, I would have been making more money, but like that's not something that I truly desire. The actual desire is to make more money. Like, that's the desire. So I don't have to do that necessarily to make more money. I can just make more money. Like, I was kind of like blown away when I thought like, oh, like, I don't actually have to make it hard. I can actually just own the desire and then just like find out the easiest ways that I can make more money and not have to like struggle as much and be unhappy or like feel like I'm pushing myself to do this thing, and I have to wait for 3 years and be in this program, not make money, and then so I can finally make money. Like, I don't have to make it hard for myself. I can just own the desire, find out, you know, the best and easiest way to do the thing, and then just like do it. And it was just like a wow, amazing thing. So I want to encourage you all to do the same. You know, truly think about what it is that you want. Why are you going to school? Why are you in this relationship? And why are you putting up with the things that you put up with? Even in your current job or position, like, why are you there? You know, if you're not happy, like, what is it that's making you unhappy and why do you continue to stay? You know, like, what is it that you truly want? And then just do it. Like, if it's taking a trip, if it's like taking a vacation every month, which I have definitely been known to say that a time or two. I do feel like, though, after a while, every month would get kind of excessive. I'm thinking every other month because I am a homebody at the same time. I love to travel, but I'm also a homebody. And when I'm home, I love being home. So I feel like once a month might be a little much for me, but definitely like every other month would be like super duper fun. So yeah, like if you want to travel more, then just like do it. Just travel more. Like, figure it out, make it happen. Like, buy the ticket, make it happen. Put the money aside, make it happen. Like, you want a new car? Like, figure out how you can get a new car. If you need to work on your credit, work on your credit. Like, just do it. Like, figure it out and do it. Want to start investing? Like, do it. Like, figure it out and just do it, you know? Stop doubting yourself. Stop waiting and wishing and like, especially the waiting. I feel like I've been waiting my whole life for so many things, even in relationships, like I shared with you guys, you know, just like desiring to be married, desiring to be in that right relationship and just find the right person and all of those things. Like, for me, I think in my way of just like doing it and owning that desire and just doing it is just knowing that it's going to happen for me when it happens for me, and just like letting it go. I'm not going to obsess about it. I'm not going to like pressure myself on it. I'm literally just going to have like the freaking best time of my life in my single season, and I'm going to have so much fun, and I'm going to do all of these things, because that's another thing. Like, when you're like a really self-aware person and you take that time to like really dive in deep and see like what it is that you're feeling and why your life is the way that it is and why your decisions have resulted in this outcome in your life thus far, like, it's amazing what you can come up with. And I realized that there's a part of me that really enjoys being single. Like, yes, I desire marriage. Yes, I desire, just that relationship that like I've been making my love list for and I've been waiting for, and it's been trial and error, but like I have that desire, absolutely want those things. But at the same time, like, I really, really enjoy being single. Like, I think that is a very like true thing about me. And it's something that I'm like, you know what? Instead of like keeping that in the shadows, I'm gonna bring it out to the forefront and I'm gonna own it. Like, I really enjoy this. I really enjoy this. Like, there's so many things that I really enjoy about it. I'm just gonna own it. I'm gonna have the best freaking time. And then when things work themselves out, okay, and it happens, it's gonna happen. It's gonna be amazing and it's gonna be beautiful. And like, I don't need anybody to tell me that. Like, I know that for myself. I can own that. I can keep that close to my heart, and I can just like relish in that like amazing and good feeling. And then just, I get to have so much fun. So I already decided that that's what I get to have. Therefore, I'm going to have it. But I'm not in that scenario, like in this situation, I should say, I'm not necessarily doing anything different except for just owning it and knowing that that's going to happen for me and letting it go and just like having the best time and just living my life and doing all the other things that I want to do and that I need to do. So, yeah. That's the video, guys. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that it blessed you. Stay blessed and stay encouraged. I'm going to be coming at y'all with a lot more. It's the beginning of the year and we are starting off with a bang. If you haven't seen my recent travel vlog, I went to the Bahamas with my best friend. We did a cruise out there and it was so much fun. That video has been doing extremely well and I'm really happy about that. I love to cruise. Like, I really, really, really enjoy cruises. I want to go on another one like as soon as possible. And I'm a travel agent, so that's another thing. I'll have all my information on, especially my cruise videos, in the description. And yeah, if you watched that video and it brought you to this one, and maybe you're in a rabbit hole or whatever it is, or you just discovered my channel or whatever, definitely make sure to like and subscribe. And if you ever need any travel information services, especially when it comes to cruising, definitely hit me up. All the info will be left down below. I'm going to love you guys and leave you guys. Again, stay blessed and stay encouraged. Whatever it is this year for you, whatever it is at this time, even if you're not watching this video in 2023, just do it. Stop. Stop with the waiting. Stop with the wishing. Stop with the excuses. Really dive in deep and figure out what the true desire is. And then just do it. Make it simple for yourself. All right. Love you guys. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.